Hey, we're live. Take care of something real quick here. Hey, there we are. Okay, so tonight's topic is Ruby Ridge and Randy Weaver. So there has been, this happened a long time ago in the 90s, but there has been statements that have been made that are factually incorrect, and were things that were done that were actually illegal on the part of the FBI. Hold on. And so, we need to talk about what happened and talk about what the media said happened and what actually happened. Okay. Now, I'm not a fan of Randy Weaver, and I'm not a fan of Aryan Nation or white separatist. Let's get that straight right at the beginning. But I'm also not a fan of the way the FBI handled this, and I'm not a fan of how the court treated Mr. Weaver. So, Mr. Weaver lived on a 20-acre ranch out in Idaho called Ruby Ridge. And Randy Weaver didn't trust the government, and so he got in with what I would call the wrong crowd, and he got, what's the right way to put this? He sold an undercover agent gave him some shotguns and wanted them sawed off to a certain length. And so Randy took it to his place and did it and brought it back. And when they brought it back, it was a trap and he was arrested. And he was given a court date. They mailed him some paperwork with the court date on it, but they gave him the wrong court date. And so when he didn't show up for the correct court date, they issued a warrant, a bench warrant, to pick him up and authorized the use of deadly force. And they went to Ruby Ridge and they surrounded his place. And what they did was not only unethical, it was actually illegal. So Randy was at home. His 14-year-old son, Randy, was there, and his son's friend. Now, the FBI tries to say that that Randy and his friend shot at them first and that they shot back. That isn't what happened. They shot the family dog first. And when the two kids turned to see what killed their dog, there was a clumpy type figure, so they thought that it was a wild animal took out the dog and was coming after them. So Randy turned and ran for the house. Thank you, DJ. Randy turned and little Randy, we'll call him little Randy because it's Randy Weaver's son, turned and ran to the house. Randy's friend, hey demon, Randy's friend shot at what they thought was a predator coming after them, and it was the FBI agents. What happened next is the FBI agents shot little Randy in the back and killed him. Then they shot Randy's friend when Randy's friend went to run to the house. I'm fine. Then at the house, hearing this commotion, Randy Sr.'s wife grabbed up their baby and ran inside the house, and they shot her through the door in the back of the head. And they shot a second time, injuring the baby that she was carrying. Now, that was all illegal on the part of the FBI because they were there to pick up Randy Weaver Sr. There was no need for them to kill half of his family. I should say unalive half of his family. YouTube is funny about using the K word. And so they shot at Randy Sr. and got him in the shoulder, and he went down, and they arrested him, and he went to trial. Well, his lawyer brought up all of this at trial, and he was found not guilty on every serious charge. And he got a minor charge that he did a couple of months in jail for. And then there was a Senate hearing about it where Randy Sr. went and testified. And when he told the senators what happened, the senators were aghast because these FBI agents, acted like a paramilitary group, and they surrounded the house in camo and stuff. That is not what they're supposed to do. Not at all. They're supposed to make themselves known because he was going to go to the court date. He was going to go, but they gave him the wrong date. And how could he show up at the correct court date when the judge's staff purposely put the wrong date on it? You know what I mean? How can that happen? So, long story short is, they said that his two daughters that were inside the house survived, and that the baby survived. And so the moral of the story is the FBI screwed up really bad. And that's why I'm glad to see Kash Patel at the FBI, because he's focusing them on getting the bad guys and stop all this political stuff. So that's what I got for y'all today. Do you have any questions? And remember, like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate our subscribers. I'm not always on at the same time every day, so make sure and check your notifications, because I do twice a day. I try to do noon and 5 o'clock, or actually I try to do noon and 4 o'clock my time, but that doesn't always happen. So I tell people to just watch your notifications. All right, that's what we got for y'all today. If you don't have no questions, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.